I have never played 140 before. I understand that it's a rhythm game. I got it for free on Discord, and this is for Ascended GD's subblock, so I'll be checking it out for the first time. Backs don't matter. I mean, I guess technically, if you've got some pretty hardcore card counters, but... Hey, Scarf. Game is called Hand and Foot. Like I said, Andrea's dad he typed up the rules, their house rules, and brought them over here, so I'll take a picture of that and put it in Discord later. Stylish title screen. And a stylish opening. Okay. So I can move, and I can jump, and that's it. That's cool. Ascended said that they were wanting to add just shapes and beats, but then it got added by prop and we beat it. It's interesting. I can only reach one of them and not the other. I don't know what this option thing does. It's a key? Okay. Cool. I'm guessing the title 140 means like 140 beats per minute. I don't know yet. What does that shadow mean? Okay, they're teaching me something here. Okay, get the pickup. Got it. Good at teaching. That's kind of similar to just shapes and beats. Just beats and shapes. In that respect. I do like the minimalist games a lot. You can do a lot with a little. You kind of showcase cool design space. I bet that's a checkpoint. That's a cool way to indicate it if that's the case. The level elements are part of the song, it sounds like. Okay, so the pickup that I need teleports around. I can anticipate where it's going to be based on the beat. That's cool. It's like the music element isn't strictly necessary for me to solve that, but it helps. Oh, now it's a Mega Man block. That's cool. I like it. Okay, so they teach it to you when you don't need to time it perfectly, and then you have to time it after that. That's cool. It's a much better Mega Man block when it's got a theme in the background to track to. Oh, I can get telefragged by the block. That's good to know. I'm gonna die. I'd use minimalists rather than postmodern. Press the jump button. Alright. Probably press it slightly sooner than I think I should. Oh, cool, Johan. Yeah, I'll post the rules in Discord. It's great. We did it with 4 players. 2 teams of 2. It's interesting. Okay. So it's unsolvable going that way right now. This probably has... Yeah, a key item up here. I see. Controller died. Thought the game actually froze me in place for a second. Don't get telefragged. This game is sweet so far. Pop in our key. It looks like the key adds instruments and changes what's going on in the stage. I feel like I've heard this theme before. Shit. I'm a little too early. I'll wait it out. A little early. Cool. Each time I turn in one of the keys, I think that happens. Oh shit. It's unexpected phase there. I have to bounce back and forth between those two blocks. That's cool. About to die. Yeah. Don't think, just go it in this game. That's bound to the snare, which is cool. I like how it makes you listen to different parts of the song, but they're mostly using it as a timing aid. Like, the game isn't strictly a rhythm game. Like, I can move at whatever pace I want to. I bet the speedrun is pretty on beat for the entire game. No rests. It's elegant. That makes it pretty different from just beats and shapes, too. Nice. Yeah, it's his specific house rules, Jahan, and having not Googled it yet, I don't know how different the base rule set is. Oh, that's a neat mechanic. Cool. Gotta wait. I like how you're forced to learn it there, too. In an otherwise safe environment, right? That's a pretty hard and fast level design rule, I think. If you're going to introduce a new mechanic, teach it to the player when it's safe, there's no risk of failure, and when they can't avoid it. Like, the only way for them to get out is to interface with this mechanic that you want to introduce. Ah, now it kills me. Okay. So it started out very safe, and then it was just kind of a tricky puzzle where I had to time it right. Now it's actually dangerous. It's cool. And it only triggers when it comes up. That's neat. I dig it. I wonder if those are ever in phase. I don't think they are. Oh, maybe they are. I don't know. That was... I'm not gonna be able to do it again. It was a total fluke that I even got it the first time. God, that's perfect timing to get that snare hit there. That's cool. Okay. Jonathan Blow! Exactly. Okay, I gotta drop so that I'm falling as the shit moves. Too early. What this naturally does is it makes you listen to a different part of the soundtrack every time, which is cool. This is a much easier version of what I was trying to do, just jump over it when it launches instead of trying to time the fall. Yeah. Okay, now they're establishing the side wall, which we have to be on the side, and that's neat. Don't run away from me! Gives me a little checkpoint. I like how we've kind of established that the Mega Man blocks are bound to the snare. It doesn't have to stay true, but if it does, that's a cool concept. Cool. Yeah, this game is rad. Good choice, Ascended. Way up my alley. Got a little pyramid option. Now it's a boss fight. Oh, and it shoots lasers, I see. Which is bound to the music as well, but then I have more shit to deal with. I see. That's cool. I like it. Oh god. Okay. Ah! It's going well. I'm sorry to hear that, Cruden. And you're forced to learn about the laser at the start of the encounter, it looks like. This game is different from a lot of the rhythm games I've played in the sense that you don't strictly need the music. Like, you could play this game without music, it would just be hard. Alright, stop dying in the last form would be nice. I've definitely done mechanics like this in games like Mega Man that don't really have a audio tell. You just kind of have to do it visually. Ah, I didn't jump in time. Shit. This is a tough fight. First try it here. Son of a bitch. Alright. Bring out my bullet hell sensibilities here. Stop trying to get it a cycle early. You can be patient and wait for it to line up. Okay, I can't get it on that first cycle, I don't think, unless if I anticipate where it's going to stand fairly significantly. There we go. That's cool. Extra phases each time I hit the last square, which is harder to hit because now it's a moving target. Cool. First try. I like the very fast stage transitions. Ah, now I'm in World 2, different heights, and it drops down. I like it. This is the hug world. Very cool. Death to my left. Oh, neat. Oh, it's a different song. Oh, that's interesting. Now I trigger the effect. Cool. That was cute. Ah, but I have to catch it there. Don't get telefragged in the process. Now it's more music, I guess, 'cause I have to... Well, I guess I could still do it visually. There we go. Cool. Listen to the music and trigger it at the right time. Ah, interesting. Oh, I'm gonna die! Wait for it to fade. I see. Cool. I'm gonna get telefragged! I see. There's a safe square. That's cool. It's a neat way to use the same mechanic for a different purpose. Yeah. Comes from behind. So you can one cycle that if you're brave. That's tricky. Got it. I don't think I can one cycle it on the way back though. No, definitely not. Yeah, because I can be following it while it's still growing when it's going left to right. Hey. different pattern now. It's cool. And I got fragged. Should've just done that. Go. Cutting that close that time. Electronic Superjoy. Yeah, I really like that it's like rhythm inspired as opposed to being strictly a rhythm game. Things are happening in beat with the music, which makes it easier to predict and react to mechanics. But other than that, it's a pretty straightforward platformer. You know, it alternates. Ah, I jumped too early. Oops. Yeah. This is a tough one because, like, I'm gonna spend so much time in the air, right? Shit. I think I need to jump. I need to be above the bar while it's solid here on the right side. Oh, maybe that's not possible. I don't think I can get enough height. I think I just have to time it better. Okay. Or maybe I can do a short hop. Or try going during the gap. It's not a very long gap. I'll have to jump basically immediately. There we go. Okay, well, I know what to do at least. It only fits in the gap in the beat. It's the only way it's possible. So you do have to wait here for one round. You have to preempt that one triggering. First try. Oh, I'm dead. I'm super dead. Nope. Go, 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 go. Oof. Yikes. Get in that little gap if we can. That's interesting. Cool. And I got fragged again. And I got fragged again. This one's gonna be tricky because I have to both dodge this thing at the bottom. I can do this really slow, or I could try to push it. I'm not gonna try to push it because, like, fitting through that gap when it's on the disadvantageous phase is like very precise timing. Electronic Superjoy is a platforming game with music. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I guess it's kind of like the Beat Trip games, though, right? But those are much closer to being actual rhythm games in a lot of respects. You don't have this like freedom of movement like you do in this. All right. Interesting. Always pops up on the top, or is it going to alternate back to the center here is the question. I see. Now I might go left, I think. Yeah, and then it should go back to the center. Should be able to get it this time. Got it. First try. Whoa, gravity swapping. Oh, gravity swap that's timed with the music. That's cool. That's tricky, because I don't think it's going to be in the phase that I need to be in. Okay. I like difficult games. Too far up, it looks like. There we go. Nice. I can be able to fit, am I? There we go. Ha! And now the gravity is an explicit danger. I'm seeing the level design pattern of this game. Teach it to you when it's safe, do a little more interesting version, and now it will actually kill you if you're not careful. Nice. This game feels very sight readable, which is important to me. Yeah, I guess the background might allow a hearing impaired player to play this game with some ease. I don't think anything is excluded from the background pattern. You can definitely see the snare hits. Oop. A little too early. I gotta get a better feel for when that happens. Too early. Again, too early. I gotta hold up on the top a little bit longer. Okay. First try. Kind of like Bit Trip. You could hear that. I gotta land and hit it right in time. Right. The Bit Trip usually is the rhythm mechanic that's not strictly necessary to play. Yeah. That's the closest game I can think of. I haven't played too many of those games. This is cool and different from what we've seen. Got it. It's cool. Hahaha. Thanks, Kaihan. Ah! Clever boss fight. Oh, they're alternating for no reason. Nope, they're alternating for a reason. This is a forgiving checkpoint, too. I appreciate that. This could be frustrating if you start from the raw beginning every time. Oh god, I fucked it up. I might be able to stand between them. I was like, oh, I could just stand directly above one that's at the bottom. That'll always be safe. Incorrect. Hey, new checkpoint, I think. Hey, Sended, how's it going? Sorry, it will be on YouTube. This game is really cool so far. I like it a lot. I like that its rhythm is a conveyance element to make getting the timing a little bit easier. It's not strictly a rhythm game. That's mandatory to enjoy it. Oh, interesting. Tricky. Okay, I can still get telefrag. I thought maybe I could telefrag the boss. Yeah. Finite number of boss mechanics in video games. You can think of there being like elemental mechanics. The fat 3D boss that jumps and butt slams and sends a circular ring around it, right? I'd love for someone to make an encyclopedia of the, like, boss mechanic rudiments. There's a concept in drumming called rudiments, where, like, if you think about drumming, there's really only... I forget how many there is. It's, like, 40 unique ways that you can play the drums. You can hit something with 2 sticks, and all of drumming is finding creative ways to combine those rudiments in different orders. I think you could specify a set of rudiments for most boss mechanics if they degenerate to something like this. I think that minimalist games like this one help with that too. The bosses, exactly. Good title to the book. Enemy charges into a wall and you have to distract them. That's kind of what this is a little bit. Shit. I gotta time the attack better. Only 7 basic cons, yeah. I think it's true as well. Like, that hand and foot game that I was praising earlier has a lot in common the way you play it with Ticket to Ride. I like it better than Ticket to Ride, to be fair, but it's interesting you can kind of see those rudiments even though like a game you play with a standard playing deck is very different. I think I'm going to shut up and focus on this boss. It's hard for me to talk and beat it. The rhythm in this fight is a little bit more subtle than the previous boss, so I can't really hear it over myself talking. Going so well. I feel like I had a shirt that this set of colors when I was in elementary school. Hey, checkpoint probably. Nice. I really like all the smooth level transitions too. You just are back in the hub world. Don't even think about it. Cool. I think it would be a really fun project to work on to try to compile a list of boss rudiments like early. Alright, got it. If you did it collaboratively with a bunch of other gamers, you could like come up with a mechanic and say, isn't this an mechanic? And someone say, no, actually that basically just breaks down to a butt stomp plus a charge. Like, oh, okay. But they're interesting when combined. Ah, I think I see. That's tricky. But I have to be jumping on them. I have to do a specific pattern here, right? In order to have an exit at the end? I see. That's cute. Very cool. Of course you ran away. How could you? But I get telefragged if I jump directly into the space. Got it. up, up. Up, up. Out of time because of the processing delay of my microphone, sorry. Should whether there are some mechanics that only operate in 3D games versus 2D, or the mechanics that necessitate. I think that there are mechanics that might be similar in 3D versus 2D, but like the butt stomp boss is a hallmark of 3D games, and I can't really think of a similar boss in a 2D space. That's tricky. Gotta go earlier. Okay. No, it's the opposite. Doot. Sooner though. Got it. Oh. Sooner. Okay. Later. Thanks, Johan. Later. Timing of that's pretty precise. Now it's in the doot doot. Got it. Cool. That one still thinks just go. Oof. I bet that the butt stop degenerates to a similar 2D mechanic though. Like, what does the butt stomp represent? It's a telegraph. Shit. Followed by something that you have to jump over, and then there are variations to it where you like double up the rings, you make it so they have to jump more precisely. Andrew was fighting a Spyro boss in Spyro 2 yesterday, where he did a butt slam, but it didn't make a ring around his butt, it made like a frontal cone. And it occurred to me that, like, for most bosses, the frontal cone version of the butt stomp is like functionally identical to the ring version. It's a hard game to talk during. For certain mechanics. Like that. Got shut up. There we go. Yeah, I guess Zelda is closer to the 3D space since it's top-down. So yeah, I think you have to discriminate between side-scrolling. That's a separate category. Top-down side-scrolling. Like, you have to make a discrimination category for, like, RPG bosses as well. Because even with a turn-based RPG, even if there's no dexterity component, there's still a finite number of turn-based boss mechanics. You can definitely see it in MMOs. Final Fantasy XIV's approach to raid boss design is very much based on combining the rudiments in interesting ways, as opposed to creating completely brand new mechanics from whole cloth. They rely on you having done several prior fights that taught you. I gotta book it as soon as this thing is done to make it in time, it looks like. Oh wow, I gotta book it before that thing is done. Oh. Yeah. I gotta land right when it's about to disappear, I think. Nope, that's too late. But I can wait there. I gotta jump over the last one, that's cool. Here you go, Johan. Yeah, the earliest raids they had to introduce new mechanics because they couldn't count on the player base already being familiar with them, right? Now they kind of can. Oh, you son of a bitch. What's the pattern? Last time it skipped 2. I think it goes 1 and then 2. Yeah. Something I like about mixing boss rudiments, I think I do it backwards, is that there's often a solution exists if you combine 2 rudiments. So for example, if you have an attack, let me think about it. If you have an attack that makes some area of the map very dangerous, and an attack that happens at the same time that requires players to stack in a certain zone, like, there will often be a solution that exists in that design that you did not design intentionally, if that makes sense. Okay, I think I have to jump as it gets big in order to make it. I survived it last time. How did I do this? Jump earlier. You can have an emergent solution that wasn't necessarily intentionally designed when you combine boss mechanics. Like, oh, naturally the players are going to want to stand here because of the way this is lined up. Okay, I can make it on a single platform, it looks like, if I'm smart about it. Very tight timing, though. Got it. Don't think, just go. You know it. Shit. Shit. That's a pretty tight jump. Well, I guess it's only a tight jump because I'm not waiting, right? Now it's less tight. I bet it's technically makeable while it's small. It's just like frame perfect or close to it. It does shrink and damage you all the way through the shrink. Cool. This game is really cool, Ascended. Thanks for sharing it. You said that you originally wanted to share just Shapes and Beats. This is a pretty good game to pick instead. Nice. I can't see. I can't just hold against the wall. I actually have to do the mechanic. No cheese allowed. It's really hard to not anticipate it. That's tough. I should figure out how forgiving it is. Thanks, Yahan. God. I'm pretty sure 140 is the BPM of the music. That was my guess as well. Yeah, I assume that the entire game is the same BPM. It would make sense. Right, sight retype. Now I'm gonna fail that mechanic multiple times. Oh shit. I need to get off that ledge right away. Not a lot of tolerance there. Ah, maybe not straight off the ledge. There might be a safe zone on the other side of the square. Let me see. Yeah, that's really cool, isn't it? There's a lot of little cute things like that in this game so far. There is no space for error on the edge. That's pretty perfect. I guess once I get down there, I can chill for a sec. It's my intuition is to hold against this wall. I really have to disabuse myself of that. Let's chill. Almost held again. Go, go, go! Poof! Checkpoint, 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 checkpoint. Oh man, this is a long hallway? It's a long hallway. Oh god. That's tough. Oh, I gotta get to the small one because it doesn't touch it? Wow. That's nutty. I gotta pretty much go straight. I am picking up Lisa and Matt from the airport right after stream. And then Andrea and her parents are in Santa Fe for the afternoon. Scoping out Santa Fe lights and shit. Can I make that all in one go? I think I have to. Yeah, I think I have to not stop. Oh, why is that got me? I have to start small. I've been doing it wrong the whole time. That's interesting. You're still on rhythm, you just have to anticipate it. It's like, it's like playing a ghost note. So I bet the speedrun is perfect. Alright, I can wait while it's small. Sorry, let me, pause. Mute Discord. That's right, I guess that's a downside of me playing, using the Discord platform to be careful, because I think if I mute Discord, I might mute any games that come with Discord. It's very convenient in this case, though. Shut up for the rest of this part. It's hard. Whew. Trixie, Trixie. World 4, I think. Boss fight first, I assume. The ever-present static square. Hey, thanks, Six Gun. Oh, cool. Ah, cool. You're super awesome. Thanks. Paradiddle diddle. The Flam. This is Bit Trip Core. It's cool. I should play the Bit Trip games. Oh. That's cool that I don't lose to it the first time I'm introduced to it. That's neat. So the first time you learn it, you get a second to understand how it works. So you get 2 cycles since it alternates between 1 and 2. Oh, wrong way. Okay. Yeah, in a hurry. It's not trivial for me to mute sound effects, unfortunately. Oh, I gotta remember the direction it goes. It's struggling with that. It always goes the same way. And same mistake. Alright. Nope. Rotation. Double. Single. Got it. Double. Nope. Stop flipping it. Okay. Single. Dude, I have it 180'd almost every single time. It's kind of funny. It wasn't so sad. Double. Okay, be on the opposite side during twos, basically. Be rotated one left of it on ones. Okay. Shit. I got double hit there. One left on singles. One left. Okay. Okay. One left. Got it. Opposite side. One left. Opposite side. One left. Oh, that's one right. Okay. Opposite side. Like it's not a scripted pattern, you can just memorize the answer. Opposite side. One left. Opposite side. One left. Shit. I moved it to the split second too late. Opposite side. Oops. Yeah, there you go. That's all you gotta do, Johan. Oh, it was a single. Okay. That took way longer than it should have. I was really struggling with the rotation element. Oh god, the whole... oh my... I had trouble with the first one? Now I'm really in trouble. Alright, I really gotta shut up for this.
Yeah, I wonder if I go...
Oh no.
Kawaii. Don't ever do that again, Marstead.
Apologies if this takes me forever to win. I think it only rotates one at a time at least. Nope, that's not true. Ah, I was looking good until then. Oh, I thought I got that one right. Interesting. I did not. Mirror mode flips the game. Shit. No, it's a single, that's right. Because it starts on the opposite phase each time, so you can't develop a muscle memory for it. Unless if you're willing to just fail every other time. Removes checkpoints, oh wow. Yikes. I have a little bit of like muscle intuition now compared to when we first started it. It's still tricky. You can kind of anticipate the way it's going to rotate after doing it for a while. Did it freeze? Oh, it sounded like it froze. I pressed start to stop it. Doesn't flip your controls, wow. Cool. It's all pseudo 3D. Yeah, rip bitrate, no kidding. I'm sorry. This is about the worst thing you can possibly do for stream artifacting. It's white noise like that. Oh, there still should have been one other level, I thought. Maybe it's a bonus level. What happens when I return to the hub level? Okay, I thought so. Oh, this lets me select the stage. So did I beat it? Is it the end? I guess I didn't remember going to 4. 4th level was added as a bonus. Okay, so we did beat it. Well, we got 8 minutes left in your sub-block, so we'll see where we can get with it. Oh, that's tricky. Beating stage 3 is finishing the game.
We've got this, Marstead.
That's tricky.
How? Where? First try.
Got it. Probably need to set it over there, don't I, to be able to make it up here? So this wasn't in the base game, this stage? Whew. That's tricky. Oh, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Got it. That's cool. I feel like they could add new levels to this pretty easily, just with the rudimentary mechanics. Okay, so I think the time is being set. Da-da. Da. Da. Shit, and I should have waited on that platform. Da-da. Da-da. Cool. So mirror mode is the whole game is flipped. And there's no checkpoints ever. I gotta wait for the... That's cool. Now I have to wait for the 1, 2. But I gotta get the phase right because it's 3, right? It's the tricky part. Sorry. Or does it always do the 1, 2 on a not solid? I think it does. Let's see. I think the twofer is always bad. But I can jump over the non-twofer and land on solid ground, I think. I gotta jump much later, okay. I I been? I should probably jump onto it. I think I might just be able to make it without going at all. Wow, that's tricky. Whew. Helps to not totally misidentify the nature of the puzzle. Cool. So Ascended, if the level 4 bonus stage is the end of the game, if you want to give me a backup game, I can finish this on your next sub-block and then swap to the backup game afterward. That works for you. This game's super cool though. I'm a stickler for rhythm and I'm a stickler for minimalist, like, design space exploration. Oh shit, I got a drop like instantly there. How quickly does that get replaced there? Almost instantly, so I gotta go like right away once I get to the end there. Yeah. I think I actually need to drop the instant I get to the edge there. Yeah, whoof. Okay, but I gotta get moving right away. Woof. That was rough. Oh, interesting. Playing around with the exact same pattern. It's trickier now. Disappears on the drum sound. I was a split second early. That's hard. I keep wanting to think that the static is actually moving up, and then if I jump through it, it's gonna kill me. God, I was tense during the jumps. Whew. Don't think just go is the answer. I wonder if this is, if the speedrun requires a lot of pausing, or if you can get it all on the first cycle almost. Slightly later than that. I gotta go as soon as the bottom part disappears. I gotta wait till that's at 3. This is all movement on the 3rd beat. I like how you can think of each puzzle as being based on a different beat that you need to focus on to solve it. I keep wanting to do that a little bit too early. That whole thing fills up, right? Alright, one more try for time. Problem is, I think if the block touches the corner of the static, that's enough to kill me. I actually have to go at... I gotta be really precise with that. That's hard. Right, one more attempt and then it's time. Yeah, thanks again for sharing, Ascended. It's really cool. Okay. Well, that might be a stage checkpoint. I might try to hit this really quick. We'll just cut into the next time. Fast forward's cute. Is there still gonna be a gap though, is the question? Nope. It might save my progress here, we'll see. Too bad you can't have deaths restart you at the same point in the cycle without interrupting the music. Right. Yeah. Well, the level 3 boss was actually a lot harder because of that. Because it kept restarting the cycle. And I'd have to get muscle memory for the alternate pattern of 2-1 instead of 1-2. That game is awesome. We'll be back in a little bit. We're playing Prey today, so we'll be back soon.